So thank you, Lord, for the rain, and it is not as hot. I appreciate all of you being here this afternoon. My name is Leslie Sanders, and I am the Vice President of Southern Division for Alabama Power Company, but I also chair the Montgomery County Community Cooperative District, which is a collection of people whose work helped bring this together today. The openness that you see around you will soon be replaced with one of the few recirculating whitewater parks in the country. And I will tell you, it will be the best one in the country. This will be an attraction providing a dynamic mix of outdoor recreation, including whitewater rafting, kayaking, zip lining, mountain bike, ropes course climbing, and more. And we all know in Montgomery, Alabama, that's a lot of eating and hydrating beverages. So many have dreamed big over the past few years to make today a reality. Our partners were bold enough to trust an idea which will truly transform Montgomery and will add to the region's growing legacy as a true visitor destination. When dreams and cooperation come together, action happens and incredible things occur. Today's groundbreaking, however, is possible only because of a collection of very special partners. I'd like to recognize them in the order that they will speak this afternoon. First of all, Elton Dean, Chairman of the Montgomery County Commission, who came into office and has made it a priority to change the quality of life for the citizens, and both of these individuals are totally dedicated to changing the whole look and infrastructure of the west side of our city, which is long overdue. Mayor Reed. Our esteemed Governor Kay Ivey, who when we went to her several years ago, she said, "How can I help?" And she wrote a check. And thank you, Mayor, Governor Ivey, for your vision and your commitment to the river region, and particularly to Montgomery County and the city of Montgomery. Amy Gant, the treasurer and council member of the Porch Band of Creek Indians. Amy, again. It was a Sunday afternoon, and we called, and they drove up to Montgomery and met us and heard about this project and said, how can we help contribute to the tourism vitality of this region? Amy, thank you. Major General Jeffrey Heinrich of Air University at Maxwell Air Force Base. General, and I'm going to save this, I'd like to also introduce Colonel Aries Mincer, the commander of the 42nd Air Base Wing of Maxwell. I will tell you, they are our next door neighbors, our partners. I don't think I can describe the work and the dedication and the support that these two individuals, along with everybody on your teams, to make today happen. There are so many synergies, and we want this as a commitment to you to say, you and your families and the quality of life in the river region are important to us. We see this as a giant step forward. And if you go to any base in the country, I don't think any entrance to a base will look as nice to this. And we are here for you. We thank you for your service and for being here this morning. Finally, Scott Shipley, who is the president of S2O Design and Engineering. Scott was a member of the U.S. Olympic kayak team in '92, '96, and 2000, and is known worldwide. I can testify to that. When I was in Europe, I mentioned his name, and someone at the dinner table next to me said, "Do you know him?" Some stranger. So Scott is very famous, and we look forward to hearing from you. Finally, I would like to just tell you that we've got Stephen Stubb here, who's the president of JESCO, who is the contractor at risk. If all the JESCO team, just wave your hand. They've been out here working. And before I call on Chairman Dean, I just want to say that if you drove by here even 3 or 4 weeks ago, it looked quite different. We owe a debt of gratitude and a round of applause for the workers of Montgomery City, Montgomery County, our firemen who have been out here mowing the grass, cleaning up, putting lime out, all the things to make it where we can be here today. Lamar, with the county, your team, city, the firemen who were out here, there was not a fire. They were just filling up these gallons to keep the tent up of water yesterday, so there were about 3 fire trucks. So we got called, there was not a fire, but let's give a round of applause for those that let us be here today. And finally, while Chairman Dean makes his way on stage, I'd like to thank Coke United who donated the water for today. We appreciate it. Oh, the video. Thank you. So before Chairman Dean starts, oh, yes, oh, golly, I'm so excited. Sorry, the most important part is the prayer before the video. Reverend Claude Schuford with the Mount Zion African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Let us pray. O wise, eternal, almighty God, beneath the cloudy sky and the beautifulness of the rain, we're assembled to give you thanks, for your word declares every good and perfect gift comes from you. We believe that this is a good and perfect gift, and so we pause to thank the giver of every good and perfect gift. We pray today in thanksgiving for leadership, for vision, for tenacity, for cooperation, for the wisdom that you have given our leaders. We thank you for Governor Ivey, for Chairman Dean, for Mayor Reed, and for all of the others who are so much a vital part of the leadership of our state, of our county, of our city. We could not have done it without them, but we also know it's not possible without faithful citizens in Montgomery, Alabama. So we want to thank you for taxpayers whose names are not called today, but who make possible the dreams that we have, that you give us, and even this project. Want to thank you for tourists as well as for citizens who will invest in the project week after week and month after month, year after year. And so for all of the different entities in which all of us cannot articulate, thank you. And thank you for what's coming again to Montgomery, to make us better, to bring us together more, and to cause us indeed not just to be the capital of dreams, but the capital of dreams and realities in existence. Bless our effort today, for if you bless us, it doesn't matter what the naysayers will say. If you bless us, this will be a grand success, both in our generation, in our children's generation, and our grandchildren's generation. Keep your blessings upon us, for we want to make Montgomery all that Montgomery can be. And may this again be another step, erasing, oh God, the negatives that are before us and bringing the positive light of cooperation, of intelligence, of education, of political leaders working together for the common good of those who matter the most, the citizens of Montgomery, Alabama. We ask it in the name that is most powerful that we all submit to, Jesus, who is also the Christ. Amen.
because I can tell you, if the Lord were not in this, we would not be here. While they queue up the video, with all the members of the Montgomery County Commission, the Montgomery City Council, the members of our legislative body, Board of Education, and Superintendent, just stand. So everybody, these are, everybody had a part in this. And now, if you will pay attention to the screens, we're going to show you an overview of Montgomery Whitewater.
Water, a necessity for survival. It sustains us. It moves us. It connects us, especially in the river region. And now, its ever-flowing current will soon be channeled to create a new vibrancy in Montgomery County. Introducing Montgomery Whitewater, visible from the I-65, I-85 corridor, perched along the Alabama River. The 120-acre world-class Whitewater Center will feature a man-made recirculating river producing waves. From ripples to rapids, fresh, clean water for all to enjoy and experience. A reimagining of what it means to be a place where flowing water brings out new life and new opportunities. A new wave that will sustain us for generations to come. The story of your adventure starts here. Trails connecting the natural world to an outdoor community center, activated by sights, sounds, and experiences that turn memories of Montgomery into a flow of tourism and economic impact. Montgomery Whitewater, connecting us all by breathing new life into the area's natural setting, securing the success story of our river region for future generations. Join us. Our story starts now.
And now we'd like to have a few remarks from Chairman Dean, who again has been at the helm. He's been kayaking for many years to get here today.
Thank you, Leslie. Good evening. Good evening. All right. I can't do this by myself because I didn't do it by myself. So I'm going to invite my teammates, Rhonda Walker, Dan Harris, Wes Doug Singleton, and Isaiah Sankey. Will you please come up here with me? We are Republicans and Democrats with the same vision. These are true visionaries that are up here with me. They don't care about race. They don't care about the parties. They care about making Montgomery and the people they represent a whole better place to live in. A lot of you have heard me talk about Montgomery being that one big house with the 4 bedrooms. I got to mention it again. East Montgomery, beautiful bedroom. East Chase and all the buying shopping places. South Montgomery, good farmland and stuff. North Montgomery, downtown is making a way to be the best and beautiful downtown there is. West Montgomery, the most depressed area in this city, in the bedroom. West Montgomery. This is the bedroom, West Montgomery. But look at us now, what's about to happen in this particular bedroom. This is the icon that's going to change the paradigm of West Montgomery and all of Montgomery. I can just picture when I used to fish in East Chase. How many know ponds used to be in East Chase? Raise your hand. I used to fish there. Now, can you imagine when you come down to 85 now, what you see? So my imagination and our vision is that when we come down 65 now, look at what you will see. This would change all of Montgomery, not just the North 65, but all down the I-65 corridor, Oak Street, Fairview, Southern Bypass. This is what we want. The I-65 corridor bill we passed with Thad McClammon, John Knight, Jerry Kaiser some 20 years ago. And it's making its way back now that we can use it to give incentives for people that open businesses in this particular area. Can you imagine what you're going to see when it's finished? Can you imagine what's going to be across the street there? Not those buildings that you see boarded up and everything, but there's going to be opportunity for people to open businesses, small minority business, big business, whatever it is, they would have that opportunity down Maxwell Boulevard. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank the city of Montgomery, Todd Strain, under his tenure, and Mayor Reed, what he's been doing to open up not Bell Street anymore, but Maxwell Boulevard. Maxwell, some time ago, a couple years ago, named us Montgomery the best hometown for the Air Force. And Montgomery is the best hometown for the Air Force. Can you imagine you not having to go down the Gulf Shore when you just come play in the water right here on Maxwell Boulevard? Can you imagine coming to the beer garden? And I know that you don't say you don't drink beer, okay? We know the preachers here. Can you imagine retail stores right here where, I tell you, I'm so elated, I'm so happy because this is our vision. This is Montgomery's vision. I want all of you to know before I sit down that I love each and every one of you because you are true visionaries in Montgomery, Alabama. We have always thanked Hyundai for what they were doing. We're going to thank the Chamber for bringing all the businesses and giving us opportunity to decide that we want them here in Montgomery. And what we always told them, you come to Montgomery with your business, we're going to be your partner. If you sell cars, we're going to be a salesman. If you clean it up, we're going to help you clean it up. But we're going to keep you as a family. You're a family now. So I just pray that you all will go around and tell people what Montgomery is going to be all about. Because we're just starting, right, Mayor Reed? We are just starting. We are just starting. So let's enjoy the rest of the day. We got, I guess, Leslie, you can have the mic back. But I want to thank the corporate district. She didn't tell you all to stand up, but I want you to stand up because you all have led this way. The corporate district, I think James Harold and Jim Buckaloo, and hey, Jim. And these are Sharon Rose. Yeah, Jonathan, I see Jonathan, yeah. These are the guys that led this effort. We chose them, the county commission chose these folks to lead, and they have done a wonderful job. And you know, nobody can ever tell Leslie Sanders no, okay? Nobody can ever tell her no. So, but anyway, Leslie, we love you, we thank you, we appreciate you, and your job is not over yet, okay? So thank you, glad to see everybody that's here. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to let you talk to my children. I know all the time. Next, we've got Mayor Stephen Reed. And just to give you an idea on what made today happen, you're sitting on land that had 58 different landowners. It's through the city's diligent effort that they have helped dot the I's and cross the T's because, okay. All right, we're going to switch. Governor Ivey is going to come up next. And Governor, on a rainy afternoon with a very busy schedule, it means the world for us to have you here. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your care and your sincere concern for Montgomery and everybody in the state of Alabama, and thank you for the support of this project.
Thank you, Lacey. Well, good afternoon, everyone. What an exciting day. Thank you all for being here to help us celebrate the groundbreaking of Montgomery Whitewater. And thank you, Elton Dean, for that. Well, Elton didn't do the introduction. Thank you, Leslie. As many as you know, bringing new additions is one of the highest priorities of the Ivey administration. The city of Montgomery has worked hard to bring this project to fruition. And Mayor Reed, we certainly thank you, the city council, and all those in the city that under your purview that had something to do with bringing today forward. Tourism here in Alabama has continued to develop and grow despite the setbacks of the past year. It's a big reason for that is our resiliency of our people and the leadership of our community. And I'm happy to know that this park will continue to fuel enhancements of tourism in our state, visitors from all over. Recreational sites help to establish healthy communities statewide. Not only will the park serve as a place to beat the heat, but as a means of connecting with the beautiful outdoors. Our state continues to have the lowest unemployment in the Southeast, and this will be a great addition to our state's economy. It's a $50 million project and go create an estimated 125 job opportunities. Before I close, I'd like to thank all of the community and city leaders here today and all the individuals who've had a part in making this possible. So here to the future waves of fun-filled weekends, and may the reputation of this new attraction shine far beyond our city and our state. May God continue to bless each of you and the great state of Alabama.
Thank you, Governor. We thank you and the Center for Commerce, who are always there every time we have called and needed support. And now we're going to hear from Mayor Stephen Reed.
Good afternoon. Great to see all of you assembled here today. This is a great day, even in spite of the rain. Reminded of the quote by General William McRaven in his speech to the graduating class of the University of Texas: if you want to change the world, find someone to help you paddle. Well, we've got a lot of people here that have helped us paddle, and we're not trying to change the world, we're just trying to change Montgomery and the state of Alabama. So I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to say on behalf of the residents of Montgomery, this is a great day. And in keeping with the spirit of our team and those that we work with, I'm going to ask if our city council members would come up and join me on stage. I want them to come up and got the City Council President Pro Tem C.C. Calhoun, Clay McInnes, Audrey Graham, and Marche Johnson. Do we have any other council members with us here today? All right. Thank y'all. Well, we don't want to say in absentia, we know that Charles Jimwright, the president of the City Council, is probably sending us an email right now about something that we need to fix in the city. We know that there are many other things that our council members have to do in their full-time jobs. We're thankful to have this group with us here today, and we're thankful for all of those on the council who work with us throughout this project. You know, when Mayor Strange kind of passed the baton to me, he told me there'd be some fun days, and he told me there'd be some not so fun days. And he said there'd be some easy things you have to do, and he said there'll be some hard things you're gonna have to do. Well, I got to tell him that this was not an easy thing to do. It was easy to support, but it was hard for us to get to this point. And so now that we're here, it is great to have all of you assemble for what we believe the future of the new Montgomery is. There are a lot of people that I want to thank beyond just those that have helped us on the legislative side at the state level and those that have helped us on the local level in what we're doing. And so if you just bear with me, I do want to thank all of our partners, and I hope not to leave anyone out. But I certainly want to start by thanking Governor Ivey for her leadership and her support in this initiative. Lieutenant Governor Will Ainsworth has been very, very supportive in this. The Porch Band of Creek Indians have been very instrumental in helping us get to where we are. At this stage, again, our state legislators, our local delegation, our congressional representatives have all been very helpful. The Montgomery Water Works Sanitary and Sewer Board has been instrumental in this project. Our Industrial Development Board, thank you for what you have done in this project and getting us to this point. And certainly I want to thank the Montgomery Housing Authority, who's played a key role in this progress as well for us getting here. And it's important for me to share all of these entities with you that have helped us, because it doesn't just happen because the mayor wants it to happen, or it doesn't just happen because the county commission chairman wants it to happen, or any of our representative bodies. It truly happens because you have so many entities that are working with us in order to get us to a point where we can clear ground, where we can come up with the money that's necessary, where we can issue bonds and things along those lines to be able to finance a project like this. And certainly I want to thank Leslie Sanders, the Montgomery County Community Cooperative District, for their work in this as well, because this is a true milestone for the city. It's a true milestone for the I-65 corridor and how we imagine investment and redevelopment into a part of Montgomery that for too long has been looked over and left out and left behind. And so this is one piece of that puzzle. And as I was trying to think about what the puzzle would look like, I wanted to talk to a couple of people whose opinions I respect, and I want to thank them as well. And that's Dr. David Bronner with the RSA. And I talked to Dr. Bronner because I knew what his track record was for bringing projects not only to Montgomery, but all throughout the state of Alabama. And his affirmation in this initiative was very helpful in getting me to a point of comfort and making sure that I could go to this group and talk to them about the money that we wanted to invest in this project. Alabama Power was another company that I talked to, and I spoke with their CEO, Mark Crosswhite, about this initiative. And he said to me that he thought Montgomery had not reached its full potential. And he thought there was a lot that we could do together through public-private partnerships and working with the corporate communities. And this was a type of project that we ought to seriously take a look at. And so I wanted to make sure that I didn't just go with my own thoughts where this project was concerned, but I trusted and bounced some of the ideas off of trusted sources and leaders all around the state who had done tremendous things in their communities and for the state, because this is not just a local project. This isn't a regional project or statewide project. This is a project that we imagine people coming from all across the country to be a part of. And when we think about what we have and what we can gain, not only as a community, but changing the narrative of Montgomery, this is powerful. And it takes teamwork, it takes cooperation, it takes give and take. No one gets everything they want. No one is always happy all the time. But ultimately, what we get is progress. And that's what it takes in order for us to get the type of community that we want, in order for us to see the type of growth and to see the type of advancement, so that we don't have to say, why does city X have this and we don't? Now other cities will be saying to themselves, how come Montgomery is doing this and we aren't? And so I just want to say to everybody that's been involved and everybody that's chipped in ways that I have not mentioned, thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for your partnership and your collaboration, and we look forward to continue working with you together, not only on this project, but on other development that we have for this corridor, that we have for Maxwell and Gunter Air Force Base, and that we have for West Montgomery and for all of the city, and what it will do not only for our residents, but for the region and for the state. So thank you again, and I look forward to getting out here and seeing everybody on day one when it opens up. Take care.
Next, we have Amy Gant, who got up on a lovely weather morning and drove from Atmore and has to turn around and come back. So, Amy, we thank you for being here as you're an integral part of this project.
Good afternoon. So Chairman Bryan was unable to be here today, and she asked me to convey her regrets, and she sent Tribal Councilwoman Candace Fayard and myself to represent her. So Candace, I'm gonna ask you to come up as well. Good afternoon, and thank you for having me. My name is Amy Gant, and I'm a tribal member and the tribal treasurer for the Porch Band of Creek Indians. It is wonderful to be here with you today. As you know, the Porch Creek Indians have a long history in Montgomery. We are Alabama natives and Alabama neighbors, and we take great pride in being both. We value being good neighbors, and we were happy to be able to invest $5 million towards the Whitewater project. What we saw in Whitewater was the opportunity to make a great investment toward the continued growth of Alabama's hospitality and tourism industry. Whitewater will be a fun and beautiful place where families can continue to enjoy our wonderful outdoor resources. But it will also offer visitors to our state who love sports and the outdoors a unique opportunity to see world-class athletes train on a rushing river in the middle of a city. We are very excited to be a part of this groundbreaking today. Our tribe is driven by a need to do more, and we know we have a vital role to play in the success of our state. Mayor Reed, I speak for my tribe when I say that we stand ready to be your partners in continuing to make Montgomery a wonderful place to live, work, and play. Mado, thank you.
So we've got Major General Jeffrey Heinrich and Colonel Aries Mintzer. Again, and welcome, neighbors.
What an exciting time, and thank you guys for allowing us to be a part of this ceremony. It's an exciting time for the river region. A little selfish here, me being happy too, because I was a 16-year resident when I was first assigned as a reservist into this area, so I know how exciting it is for the community. Area University's mission is closely tied to the community. Area University is the intellectual and leadership development center for the air and space forces. We need to attract the best and the brightest, and community projects like this raise the quality of life, bring a higher quality of life to the community, and it allows us to recruit top faculty and students. So, very important to the mission of Area University. We are also in an age, a new age, of great power competition, and it is Area University's mission to deliver resilient airmen and guardians fit to fight. So this project helps sharpen our bodies and our minds, enabling us in our mission to fly, fight, and win air power anytime, anywhere. And probably the most important piece and why we're most excited to be here today is that we really value our relationship with the river region community. We look forward to working together in mutual areas of interest that will enhance the quality of life for everyone in the region. And alongside our civilian communities, all military members will have more opportunities for new experiences in the local area when our community continues to improve itself. So thank you, Governor Ivey, Mayor Reed, all the community leaders and partners that we have out there for making the River Region what it is today and what it will be in the future. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. I am Colonel Aries Menser. I am the commander of Maxwell Air Force Base and Gunter Annex. So, thank you. I think it's pretty great too. Thank you. So to Governor Ivey and to Chairman Dean and Mayor Reed, Ms. Leslie Sanders, just want to thank you and all of the state of Alabama, the River Region, the Montgomery community for this incredible opportunity to partner with you on such an exciting event. On behalf of the men and women of Maxwell Air Force Base and Gunter Annex, which makes up about 42,000 people that are connected to the base, I just want to say this is a great day to partner with you on something that'll mean a lot for our base community. Our mission of the 42nd Air Base Wing that I have the pleasure and privilege to command is to support our mission partners and enable their success. And that's Air University, the 908th Airlift Wing, the 187th Fighter Wing, the Air Force Life Cycle Management Center, the Defense Information Systems Agency, and more than 40 missions that happen every single day right here on Maxwell Air Force Base and just up the road on Gunter Annex. To make their success possible, we have to do a number of things. That includes providing outstanding customer support, security, fire, civil engineering, infrastructure, great environment so all who serve there can rise to their best. We also have to make sure that they are resilient and create opportunities for them to have recreational and release so they can come back and be their best every day. We often refer to this as what we call it in the 42nd Air Base Wing as the freedom to serve. That is cultivating conditions so that airmen, guardians, and their families can rise to their best. The freedom to serve is only possible with great community partnerships, and I'm honored to have two amazing civic leaders, Ms. Virginia Whitfield and Ms. Laura McClendon, who I get to partner with every day to connect with the River Region, the city of Montgomery, and the state of Alabama. When I arrived in Montgomery last year, I had the chance to sit down with Mayor Reed and talk about our mission and the 42nd Air Base Wing and the concept of the freedom to serve. Mayor Reed, you asked me a question. You said, what can the city of Montgomery do to make Maxwell Air Force Base the assignment of choice? Well, I'm pleased to tell you, Mayor Reed, that the city of Montgomery, the River Region, Alabama, are certainly making Maxwell Air Force Base the assignment of choice. Yes. You've done so, along with city and community and state legislators, by expanding high-quality education opportunities for our military families, by maximizing military spouse licensure and employment, by partnering on community diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, and by working with us, my lead, Ms. Ronnie Walker and Mr. Terrence Henderson, as well as the Air Force Civil Engineering Command, to maximize underutilized space between our base and your city. All of those initiatives made our ability to connect with you for today's groundbreaking possible, so thank you. Whitewater Montgomery, like all economic, educational, and community progress projects, provide an incredible opportunity to expand quality of mission and, most importantly, quality of life, so people will choose to stay with our United States Air Force, our United States Space Force, and our Department of Defense. We thank Whitewater Montgomery for the community enhancements this project creates just outside Maxwell Air Force Base front gate, and the enhanced quality of mission and quality of life that this project promises to deliver. Thank you, on behalf of all airmen, guardians, and their families, for enhancing our freedom to serve. Thank you.
And finally, no groundbreaking is complete without an Olympian. Ask other cities to match that. Scott, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much for coming. You know, we invited a lot of folks from town here to come to one of our other Whitewater parks, and Chairman Dean was one of those folks. And we toured around and looked at how that Whitewater park had affected that community in Charlotte, North Carolina. And when we were done, I said, Chairman, do you want to go for a raft trip? And he said, look, I'm here to learn. I'm not going to go rafting today. And I said, say what you want, but we're all going to be soaking wet before this is over, and I intend to deliver on that promise today when we get out there to do this. I agree with Chairman Dean, and I agree with the mayor and the governor that this is going to be a fantastic catalyst for economic development in this community. We intend to invite the world to come here to learn about your historical city, to meet the wonderful people of your city, to take part in competitions and gatherings that happen here at this park, to be tourists, to stay in your hotels, to come and stay and join your community as we will. And so we very much look forward to that. But today is not only a groundbreaking, but an invitation, because we also want this park to be part of the quality of life here in Montgomery. And so when you want to go for a walk in the woods, we want to be able to make that possible right here in downtown Montgomery. When you want to come to a competition or hang out for a concert, when you want your kids to put down their iPads and get active and choose a sport, a lifestyle sport, or do something wholesome, healthy, and outdoors, we want to be the place that does that, and we want to foster those events that excite people in your community about getting out and being active and being a part of their community and gathering together. And so we're very excited to be a part of this town. We're very excited to be here today, and we look forward not only to this groundbreaking, but to inviting you in to these channels and to this Whitewater Center when we're done. And so thank you very much. I have so many people here to thank for their efforts to pull this together. And I do want to call out Jeffrey and Megan, who thought of this so many years ago, and I'm not seeing her here in the crowd, but I think we should all give her a word of thanks as we do this groundbreaking. So thank you very much.
One word about your trip to Prague and where our project is right now.
Yes. So I was allowed as an urgent matter of national importance, apparently, to enter the Czech Republic during the COVID lockdown and work on the physical model for these channels. And so we created a scale model in a laboratory in the Czech Republic, one of the few places in the world you can do that, where we could actually look at the whitewater and the waves and the holes and the turbulent water that we'll be racing on and training on and playing on here in Montgomery. I go back in June. I just spent 5 weeks there, and I'll go back to finish that model in June. And so we have a very good idea of what's to come, and it's very exciting. So thank you.
And there will be a viewing party, so what he's doing over there we'll be able to view here and sort of watch our project come to life. Before we ask everyone who is going to participate in the groundbreaking, we're not going to ask you to go into the rain, out in the weather. Is it raining still? We can come up here in front of the kayak. We're going to have it underneath the tent. So for all those with groundbreaking coming up, I would want to thank you for being here, and I would ask on your way out, you have an opportunity, thanks to Capital Hyundai, to look at the Santa Cruz vehicle. That is a vehicle that has not even begun to be produced. It will start shortly right here in Montgomery, Alabama, but they got us one so that we can see, so you will have an opportunity to see the first Santa Cruz ever in this city and the state. Again, thank you, Governor, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Mayor, our legislative, City Council, County Commission, everyone who has had a part of this. Is it okay? All right. You want to in or out? All right. We'll go out. If y'all will meet right out there.
I'm so glad.
Got to be. You got to go. Oh, just the air. I used to work out there. I haven't seen that.
Everyone